Welcome to Ribbon. This is C# Tutorial Beginner's Guide, and we're on sololearn.com. As you can see up here, here's the link. And when you go to the C# tutorial, you should see basic concepts. It's the first bubble. Click on that, and then scroll down to assignment and increment operators. And even if you don't have sololearn, you can still follow along. You'll just have to stop and pause the video to read the tutorial, the guide. Okay, so let's start off with the first arrow, right? Should be right here. Okay, and we're talking about assignment operators. Now I'm going to read this out to you. Okay, and it says the equal assignment operator assigns the value on the right side of the operator to the variable on the left side, and I'm going to show you what that is right here. So as you can see, don't pay attention to the red line, but as you can see, the assignment operator is the equal sign, okay? And it says C# also provides compound assignment operators that perform an operation and assignment in one statement. For example, here's our example, but the compound assignment operators is something like plus or equal to. And you have subtraction or equal to. So this is our compound right here, because it's compounding two things, two symbols, minus and plus. Now it could be multiplication, division, but let's actually do this right here really quickly. Okay, so if we go back to Visual Studio and we put integer x is equal to, let's just say 10, right? We're going to put a compound assignment operator to it, and we want x to basically we want x to add 5 to it. Okay, so we're going to say x plus or equals to 5. Now if you debug this right now, you're going to see that you might be surprised about what you're going to get, and I'm going to show you how you're going to get it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this is actually going to do first. It's actually x equals x plus 5. Okay, and then it's going to do that first. And since we already know that we have a value for x, which is 10, it's going to look something like this. X equals 10 plus 5. Okay, and so it's going to do this, and it's going to say, well, 10 plus 5 is 15. So it's going to assign 15 to x. So x equals 15. And if you debug, you should see 15. So let's comment this out, and let's comment this out, and this, and debug. Okay, so you should see 15 as your value. Okay, so the decrement is the minus sign. So if we change this up and say x minus or equal to 5, what do you think the answer is going to be? Well, if you said 5, you're right, because first it's going to do this. Hold on. It's going to do this right here. It's going to say x is equal to x minus 5. And then it's going to do this. X equals 10 minus 5. And then it's going to print out x is equal to 5. Okay, let's debug and see if we get 5. Let's comment these out first. Okay, so as you can see, we get 5. Okay, so let's go back to sololearn, and let's actually move to a first question. Okay, the first question says, what is the alternative for x equals x plus 5? So we basically just went over this. I'm going to pause the video and let you answer. Okay, after I paused, you should have put the one in the middle right here. X plus or equal to 5. Now, it might not be in the middle, it might be shuffled around. So make sure, you just don't watch the video and expect it to be in the middle. You actually have to know the answer. Okay, so let's click next. Okay, assignment operators. Alright. The same shorthand syntax applies to multiplication, division, and the modulus operator. So exactly what we just went over, it's the same for multiplication, division, and finding the remainder, the modulus. So as you can see, multiplication is the same way. X equals X times the value. Okay, so let's move to the next question. This is fill in the missing part of the following code to divide X by 3. So that's what we want to do. Divide X by 3. This is using the shorthand division operator. So we want to use the shorthand division operator. So we know that the shorthand division operator is the backslash, and we want to divide it by 3. So it's really saying, go back to Visual Studio, it's saying something like this. I think it's 42 there. Yeah. X divided by 3. So it's really saying this. X equals X divided by 3. And then it's going to be X equals 42 divided by 3. And then it's going to do X equals, and then it's going to store that value. So let's debug, but first let's comment this out. So I hope you get this right here. This step, you don't have to put this into your code. Actually, don't put it in your code. This is just showing you the equivalence of what it's doing first. It's going to do that, and it's going to assign the value to it, 42 divided by 3. Then it's going to print out the value. Okay, print out X. All right. So let's actually go back to Sollearn and click the check mark to see if we got it right. Okay, so as you can tell, we got it right. In the next section, because I'm running out of time, we're going to work on increment operators. Okay.